everyone, it's Kirsten from Kierstenredresale. I hope you're all doing fantastic today. I'm here to bring you a jewelry preview for my live auction, which will be tomorrow evening, which is Thursday, the 24th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern. There is a small chance we might be going on a little bit earlier. We're just going to feel out the waters and see if I have all my ducks in a row. But anyway, if you're new here, hi, thanks so much for being new here. If you would like to participate in tomorrow evening's fun times, I will need you to pre-register. That will be in the description of this video. It's just a really quick jot form. It takes literally 40 seconds. Possibly to fill it out, press send, and you are good to go. That means you are registered. And if you're a returning friend, hi, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me once again. I am thrilled, well, not to see you, but we're in this virtual world, but I visualize that I know each and every one of you. It means the world to me. So anyway, like I said, this is a preview for my sale tomorrow. So I'm just gonna show you a few things. Obviously, I'm not gonna show you everything because I like to leave a little bit of element of surprise. But we will start off with one thing. I have been selling Rosemary G jewelry for about 4 months now. I was lucky enough to have an early in to her estate in Las Vegas. If you do not know who she was a very well-known jewelry designer in Manhattan. She did stuff for Saks Fifth Avenue, and then she had her own boutique, and she retired to Las Vegas, Nevada, where she has passed away, and her estate has slowly been delling out. And foolish me thought, oh, I'm going to be the only one. Oh, come on. Many people have gotten it and selling it. But because I have had early access, I had an exorbitant amount. So I'm going to be unloading for close to cost. Not cost because I don't want to lose money because of PayPal fees and all that fun jazz. But I will be bringing, it's going to be auction pieces. So obviously, if it goes to auction, then it goes to auction. But I have at least 40 necklaces. This is just some of them. I will be starting at my cost plus 15%. Okay. If they sell at opening price, then you're getting them for literally close to wholesale prices. If they go up, they go up. But yeah, I will be bringing, I don't know how many I'll be bringing tomorrow. It just depends. It's just there's so many people selling them right now that I'm ready to unload what I have until the next new hot thing. You know what I mean? But I do have some that I've not shown before and some that I have, and we'll see how it goes. If you're a jewelry maker, they're amazing, extremely high quality beads as well. Just keep that in mind. Although I'd feel a little bad breaking them apart, but you do what you need to do, right? Okay, moving on. Oh my goodness. Okay, so of course I'm not prepared with a loop or anything, but now I'm back. Okay, so I just want to show you something. For any of my Canadian friends here, I was fortunate enough to be able to get this stuff, and this is by a Canadian jewelry designer, which here in the States, I am not privy to. Her name is Karen Chopik, Chopik. And oh my gosh, well, first of all, I'll show you what I have. These are her older pieces. I was able to get a hold of, actually not her, but one of her assistants or someone who helps her make jewelry. And these are her vintage pieces. These are no longer in production. She does very short amounts of one-of-a-kind type pieces, I guess. So, okay, so this is this is all sterling silver, okay? Massive, massive sterling, really chunky, amazing necklace. You can wrap it around your neck a couple times. And then she sells separately, this is how it came to me, these wonderful handmade, she calls them charms. To me, this is a pendant, okay? But some of them are charms, some of them are pendants. And it's, reversible. So it does say whatever it says there, blah, 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 I personally like this side because it's kind of rock and roll, but it still has the lovely little, sentiment of belief, Anyway, really amazing. But there's more. Can you even see that? Let's see if we're even focused. Anyway, big, chunky, super long necklace, okay? And then I got a bracelet that matches. Now, this is all sold separately. She sells all of her pieces separately. You can go to her website. So, this would be sold separately on her website, these charms and everything. But this wonderful toggle bracelet. This is my favorite part. This one. I love this one. This one I could keep. So, look at this. You open it up. So, this gets hooked onto a necklace. That necklace or any necklace. It doesn't have to be hers. And it's a flippin' locket. And remember, these are all one-of-a-kind pieces. Now, the back of this, oh my gosh, the back of this looks to be, I don't know if it's brass or copper, I do not know. But the front, the rest of it is all sterling. But very unique, very cool. I think her stuff is really edgy. And I do love that you can, like, she had one that she was showing, it was like a huge necklace like this, okay? And she literally had, now to each his own, remember this, okay? She had a bunch of these type of charms hanging. And it was like this massive beast. And it was incredible. I mean, it was so cool. So, like, you can still go to her website and buy individual pieces. They are very pricey, so please keep that in mind. But this is one of her vintage pieces. Once again, her name is, if you do want to look her up, I love when I get things from other places that we don't find in the States, you know. And anyway, her name is Karen, Karyn. Last name is Chopik. And yeah, a Canadian silversmith. So I will be offering these because I think they're pretty flippin' spectacular. If they don't go, I'd be honored to keep them, honestly, because you can't get that ever again. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Breathe. Okay, so I am like slowly, as we all know, unloading, selling off some of my personal stuff. One, because it's stuff I don't necessarily wear. Two, because I kind of have to, and whatever. So if you like antiques, okay, I'm going to show you a couple, well, 3 antique rings, okay. This one is called peacock glass, okay. It is a very rare type of glass. It is very expensive. There's not a lot of it out on eBay or Etsy or Ruby Lane or any of those places that you would look for stuff, okay? It is really, really quite beautiful. So this is called peacock glass. And so it's supposed to, you know, look like a peacock, the iridescent feather, whatever. It is an old ring. I don't know the year of this particular one. Anyway, sterling silver. Peacock glass. It is the only peacock glass. I had one other peacock glass, which was a beautiful bracelet, which I sold about 6 months ago. But this is really, obviously, for someone who is looking for peacock glass or someone who knows what it is and knows how hard it is and rare it is to get. I know most people would look at this and be like, yeah, okay, it's an antique little ring, you know, and I totally get that. But if you are somebody who is interested in this type of thing, okay, this is available for pre-sale because it's a set price. I need to get what I need to get. You know, it doesn't need to go to auction or anything like that. So if somebody is interested, please email me. This one is available, and I could tell you the size. That could be helpful, couldn't it? This one, oh, I hate these. On the mandrel, it sits at one size, but it's actually bigger than what it says on the mandrel. So this will fit a size 6. Okay, so really cool. Oh, this is for sale too. Oopsie, I shouldn't be wearing that one. Okay, so there we go. So there's this peacock glass. That is available. I have this is from the arts and crafts period. This is sterling silver and citrine, or is it topaz? I think it's citrine. Beautiful, beautiful ring. Arts and crafts period. So this is an antique. And this looks slightly bigger. I just hold on to these things for some reason. This is a 7.5. If you hear that noise, those are my lovely dogs, and that's them play fighting in the middle of my video. So let me shut that door. Oh my goodness, I love my babies. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful ring, 7.5. This is also available for pre-sale. Not everything in here is, so that's why I am saying what is available. Okay, so if anybody is interested in this, 7.5, arts and crafts period. So it's a true antique, and so is the other one. These are both, you know, 100+ years old. Okay, we've got those. Then, I know these are all little sizes because they were mine, so please bear with me. This is a, what size? This is a 4.5 or 5, let's see. I'm going to say it's a 4.5-ish to a 5 because it's one of these lovelies. So this is gorgeous. This is absolutely stunning. Sterling silver, rhodium plated, but under the rhodium it is sterling silver. Okay, oopsie, and amethyst. I've had this one for a very long time. I haven't worn it in years, so it's time to move on. Oh my gosh, sorry about like the animal hair. Wow, beautiful piece. And this one is also available. This will make a fantastic pinky ring if somebody, you know, is interested. You know, that's probably what it was actually intended for, but I just have thinner fingers, that's all. So we've got that. So those 3 are available for pre-sale. I have one other one that's available ring-wise. Now, don't Tanya, my lovely, wonderful friend Tanya, do not get mad. Tanya and I did a trade slash buy, like whatever. And she's like, well, how about this ring? Do you like this? And I'm like, I love it. It doesn't fit me right. It's just one of those things. This is an incredible dragon's breath. Absolutely stunning, okay? This is an old one. This is not a native one. I love them all. I am not, I'm not so picky. As long as it's a beautiful dragon's breath, that's what I care about. I don't care if it's old like this. Like this one is this one's an antique, as opposed to the Native American ones, which are vintage, not antiques. This one is the open kind in the back. Okay, it doesn't have the metal or the foil or the paint to make it that fuchsia. So this is just a true gorgeous, like what you see is what you're getting. Absolutely stunning. No tricks of the trade there, okay? Beautiful piece. It just does not fit me quite right. I have arthritis, so things fit weird on me. So this is a size 6, okay? And of course right now it's fitting, but some days it doesn't fit right and whatever. So I am offering this gorgeous, gorgeous piece, okay? Now I know that this can be sized, not by me. It would be a pain in the butt, but they can size this. They can make this larger if you have a jeweler who's an actual good jeweler, okay? Anyway, so I'm going to be offering this for the trade value, what I paid for it. Yeah. But stunning, stunning piece. And look at that dragon's breath. And it's a large face, if you are curious, because sometimes I know it's hard on camera to actually get the true size. And I know that. I have bought things thinking they were going to be massive, and there were these tiny little things. The face of this gorgeous ring, it's an inch. So you're getting a really nice size. I mean, I'll show you compared to the little amethyst. There is a big difference. Okay. Just so keep that in mind. So all of these that I just showed you are available for pre-sale. I know they're small sizes. Like I said, they're mine, so I don't got big fingers. Okay, moving on. Now we're just going to show you some stuff, okay? How's that sound? So I am bringing a David Yurman ring. This is genuine David Yurman. It is sterling silver and is it 14, 18 karat gold? Let's see. I don't know. I'm not even sure. Who knows? Whatever David Yurman uses, I don't know. It is signed. It's a Yurman. It's beautiful. So this will be here tomorrow. It's like the classic. I don't really know why I'm selling it, but I am. Classic design. I like stacking it. Just a cool, cool ring. And a really good introduction to David Yurman. If you don't want to spend, $500, $800, $1,200, $50, whatever, blah, 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 thousands of dollars. This is a much, there's no stones in it. It's just the gold and the sterling. So it's a more affordable David Yurman, if that's okay to say. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let me have a sip of my beverage. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, you ready? Now, I love opals, and I always have. And there's different types of opals from different parts of the country and the world, not our country, but from the world. And there's man-made opals and blah, blah, blah. Okay, these are 2 different strands. These are genuine opals. These are not the highest quality. Those I do have, but I don't know if I'll be bringing those quite yet. Okay, that's a different price point, so we'll feel it out. But these are gorgeous. I don't know if they do get shy on camera at times. So I will be bringing, look at that, there you go. You can see some is gorgeous. It is sterling silver findings. These are nice quality. They are not, there's a big price difference between the Australian opal strands that I have and Ethiopian opals and so far and so forth. So, but I have 2 strands of these, and of course they're different. One's a little bit thicker, different. The opals are different as well, but absolutely stunning, stunning. And these are, oh my God, look at that. And they're shy. In person, of course, they're 100 times more beautiful. But these are great to wear alone, obviously. But also, if you want to use them and hang a gorgeous pendant, these are big enough and heavy enough. Some of the strands that I personally have for myself are very thinner, and I wouldn't want to hang a big, heavy pendant, because remember, opals are fragile. They're not like the, on the scale of, the durability of them, so you don't want to go swimming with them. You don't want to shower. You don't want to, you just want to wear them, and then you want to take them off, you don't keep them on. But look at that. absolutely stunning. So I will be offering 2 different ones. And please keep in mind, these are very beautiful, but these are not like the amazing high quality ones, but they are stunning, absolutely stunning. If you need an example of a high quality one, let's see if I can pull one of my personal ones. I just sold one of my personal ones. I'm going to show you this one. Now this one is 3 times the price of those, okay? Because there you go. These are Australian opals. So there's just a difference. I'm not here to do a lesson or any of the above. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. But instead of like a $300 necklace, you know, we're talking like a $100 necklace or a $500 necklace versus a $125 necklace. You know, I mean, there is a difference. But they're absolutely stunning. And I really don't want to start this whole video over again because of my dog. So please accept my apologies for my lovely fur babies. Hopefully they will settle down. Maybe I'm getting an amazing delivery. That would be great. You know, they'll be quiet all morning. I swear to you. Okay, anyway. Okay, let's just pretend to ignore them. Okay, so if you like Taxco, I love Taxco. Welcome to the Taxco family. I sold one last week. You could tell them selling off some of my personal pieces because you'll start to see some multiples of things with different stones. It's because when I love something, I really love them and I will want every single one I could possibly have. This one is a smaller size than the one last week. The one last week had the blue color changing stones. This has the, oh gosh, I just popped that open. Oh boy, Mexican foil opal. Let's see, let me close that up. Sorry about that. Mexican foil opal. Sterling silver. Now, they are different designs. Is this one Los Pastillos? I'm not sure who they are. I cannot even read this right now. I'm not sure. But they are all signed with the artist signature and all that fun stuff. This one is a smaller size than the other one last week. Now, these are older ones, so they're not perfect. You'll see that it's a little misaligned. They totally snap, wearable, everything like that. But they're not like a brand new Taxco. And I'm mentioning this to you because I think, you know, some people are a little disillusioned possibly or just don't know. This is new Taxco. This is going to be like tight, perfect, brand new. This one is 60 years old, you know what I mean? Made totally different. It's just a totally different beast. So, you know, don't expect this to be this. Just, you know, keep that in mind when you're buying older pieces, okay? It is completely wearable. When I get these old pieces, I will wear it myself first, at least around the house for all day. I will clean. I'll do everything I need to make sure that it's not going to just fall off because I would hate for someone to buy one of these and then go to work or do errands and come home and their bracelet's not on them. You know what I mean? That would suck. So I do try to make sure these old vintage ones are actually wearable, not just pretty to look at, you know, but just keep in mind, though, when they're old, they're older, so they're a little bit more fragile. Okay. Wow, am I doing my lessons? What's going on here? I feel like I'm very talkative today. Okay. So I have this one. Okay. Boy, oh boy. We're going to show it. So I have so much here, I can't even focus. I am going to bring this gorgeous thing. I don't do a whole lot of costume these days, but sometimes I just have to. Look at this. This is the clasp. I know absolutely nothing about this. I saw it and I said, yeah, I got to buy it. Look at those beautiful, beautiful, I don't even know, the brass, I'm assuming brass caps with the gorgeous blue, like chalcedony looking colored, I don't know, glass, brass, and whatever else this is. I don't know. Old, just stunning. I absolutely loved it. So that was a no-brainer for me. And I do mix, as you can see, new and old. I do not have a problem with it as long as the new stuff is high quality. That being said, I'm really into these. Some of them are native, some of them are not. This particular one is native, and I have some that are not, and I can show you the ones that are not native. This one is a native piece. Now these, okay, American-made beads, machine-made. These are not handmade. These are machine-made, sterling silver, and they are hand-strung by Native Americans, okay? That's why this is considered a native-made necklace. As opposed to, give me a minute, these. These are gorgeous. We have the spiny oyster and sterling. These are hand-strung, okay, but not by Native Americans, okay? Native, non-native. Very difficult to find out sometimes what is what. You really have to trust who you're buying them from or your distributors or, you know, just you know, and if you don't know, just say, I don't know. That's the easiest thing. That's what I do. When I don't know, I say, you know what, I don't know, but it's really pretty. So just keep that in mind because this is like a big trend right now. These, and I actually love them. So I'm not opposed to buying new when I think they're beautiful and fantastic. High quality stones, sterling silver. The assembly is fantastic on them. Beautiful. You know, some of them are signed, some of them are not. But there is a price difference between the native and the non-native. Okay, moving on. Have I even shown anything? Not really. I'm breaking down and I'm selling this incredible piece. Yes, I am. Look at this. Oh my God. I've been holding on to this. I don't know. How many times have I threatened that I was going to bring this and sell it? I am. Sterling silver amethyst. I'm speechless. It is amazing. And I do love that if you don't like the length of it because of the type of clasp, you can hook it lower, you know, and make it a shorter necklace, you know. Stunning piece, very artistic, very artsy. Where is it made? Does it even say? No, there might be an artist mark on the back of it somewhere. But I will have all that information for you tomorrow evening during my sale. This is just to show you, you know, what I'm going to be bringing, what to expect. And since I'm actually holding this and talking about it, this is going to be here. I do need to polish it up a bit. But anyway, absolutely amazing piece. It is big. This is, look at that. That is a big, how wide is that? Big piece. This is 3.5 inches wide. I mean, really stunning. All handmade. Never seen another one. Might be one of a kind. I do not know on this, but it is stunning all the same. Okay. Then we have this gorgeous thing. So this chain is an all handmade sterling silver chain. It is actually much longer. And look at this beautiful pendant. This looks, I don't know, is this Middle Eastern, Israeli? I think, who knows, Turkish? I don't know. I just loved it. And then we have this gorgeous, gorgeous glass cab. I've been finding really beautiful old pieces with glass in them. And, you know, call me naive, which I'm fine with, whatever. There's a lot more glass that they used in, you know, old jewelry. You know, this piece, this pendant's about 80 years old. Unbelievable. And it's the blue and it has like the little specks of kind of like gold and silver sheen in there. Stunning, stunning piece. And look at this handmade chain. Really, really lovely piece. So we have this. Okay. Now for people who are, because I have a lot of Mexican jewelry, you know, and everything, but for people who are more native, want more native stuff, of course I'm going to have, you know, I will have a ton of, you know, you want cuffs, I'll bring you cuffs. I've got a ton of cuffs. Not all of them are native, a lot of them are. Look at this massive, look at this feather cuff. This is huge. I've sold feather cuffs that were like half that size, you know, like this. This is massive, all sterling silver, highly adjustable. Right now it is sitting for a larger size wrist. My wrist is 5 inches. I like wearing 6-inch bracelets. So you can see right now this is probably sitting at, I'm assuming, God knows, I don't know. But it is highly adjustable. Just keep in mind you don't want the gap to be so small that you can't take it on and off, right? So there we go. Beautiful piece. Detail is phenomenal on that. Okay, so I also have, now I really like my Modernist pieces. If y'all know me, like, well, I like everything. I like everything, everyone. I can't help it. I just do. And I have my own personal one of these. This is my new thing right now. I'm really into these huge, huge, let me say it one more time, huge, chunky sterling silver. I believe this one is from Mexico. It might be Taxco. Rope and braided chunkers, okay? I am. This is massive. This is heavy. This is not inexpensive. This is an expensive piece, okay? But it is amazing. And it's too big for me. Of course it is. I wanted like, I'm crazy. Let's just put it that way. I wanted like an arm of these. I just wanted like arm candy of a million of these, but different like widths and stuff like that. So I bought this for me and it's too big. So my ignorance of not paying attention, because this person actually did have the size of the bracelet, I just didn't pay attention. So that's my fault. Anyway, great piece. If you like this type of thing, look them up. You can take a snapshot. Go on eBay, go wherever you want to look at sold listings, look at what they're asking. Very expensive pieces, okay? It is heavy. Sterling is astronomical. If you go to a jewelry store right now for Taxco or Mexican jewelry, you're paying $4 a gram. And that's on the low, okay? Now, if you understand what I'm saying, then you understand. You know what I mean? So like something that weighs 100 grams times 4, that's so much money. I'm really trying to not do that. Okay, so I am hustling, literally working 14 hours a day to try to get things as low as I possibly can for you all. So there we go. So this is just an amazing piece. I know I'm talking a lot about that stuff. Okay. My mom, I have just, oh my God, I have a lot of stuff. I have rubies. I just have, I did bring some more. I'm bringing part of my collection. Now, not the one that my good friend Leslie gifted me. Leslie, this is not the one you gifted me. Yours was a pin pendant, but this one is just a brooch. This is a vintage Mexican. I collect the blue mirrored Mexican jewelry. It's a thing I love. This is in probably better condition than I've seen in a very long time. Look at this. There's no, sometimes like moisture gets caught under them and they have like weird stuff happening. This is unbelievable and beautiful. It is a signed piece. Absolutely stunning. And you can always put an adapter on this. Remember, you can get them on Amazon, jewelry supply places. Right now I'm trying to work with someone to get some actual sterling ones made, but only if I can do it for a good price. You know what I mean? So don't forget, you can put this on a torque as well. Just when you do that, you can either wear it this way or you can wear it this way. But just remember to make sure you're not poking yourself with the pin, okay? But it's absolutely beautiful. If you like brooches and vintage Mexican jewelry, we've got this gorgeous one. I think I've shown this one before, but I don't believe I've ever brought it to sale. But I am this time. I promise I'm bringing this to sale. It's just so beautiful and in such amazing condition. Old, old, old. Is this pre-eagle or no? No, this is not pre-eagle. Old, gorgeous, big. This one's big. This one's big. This one's 3 inches. Okay, so we will have this as well. And then for people who just want something really sweet, because I mean, I do bring a lot of these, you know, massive, native, huge, chunky pieces, which are expensive. Not everybody wants that, so I get it. I totally get it. So I will have some just really pretty little line bracelets. This one is amethyst, and this one is very, very nice amethyst. This is African amethyst, really true, deep purple, stunning piece. We've got that. And I have asked to bring some more amber, so I'm breaking down. You're breaking me down, everyone, breaking me down. Look at this, look at this little bracelet. It's not that little, honestly. We've got the gorgeous honey amber and sterling silver little cha-cha. And it's not that little, it's a nice size. Jump rings can always be added. And I have a matching necklace for that. Now, they are going to be sold separately because I bought them separately, but, you know, so we've got this lovely, this is from Lithuania, okay? Look, beautiful. And this one has the little cherry amber, honey amber, and little silver dangles. Just a very simple, kind of quite elegant, but still funky little Y necklace with the amber dangles. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, I know last week someone else wanted a pair of these, and I didn't bring them out because I've been holding them because I think they're actually stunning. So we have these in the really light baby pink conch shell with the sterling silver hoops. So this is the only pair I have of these now. And I'm okay with sharing. Now I do have some handmade native pieces from some local places near me. I do bring hair accessories, not just jewelry. I bring any kind of accessory or little home decor pieces. Now this might not be for everyone, but I love it. This is for a ponytail. So this is sterling silver concho with the turquoise and a hair tie. Now this is a brand new hair tie. If this snaps, you unfeed it and put another one through. So you don't have to worry about, because you know, hair ties get stretched out, they break. This, if that happens, you still just put a new one on. I have long hair, I wear my hair up a lot. It's sometimes nice to adorn your hair, you know. Amazing gift, the holidays, blink your eye, boom, the holidays are here. Amazing gift. This is all handmade. This is by a local person to where I am, which is Arizona. And I just loved it. And I'm sure someone could probably do whatever you want. Turn this into a pendant if you wanted to, but this is for a ponytail or pigtails or whatever you call them, you know, whatever. Hairpiece, not a hairpiece, a hair accessory. There we go. I am bringing these cute little boxes. Look how cute. These are from Mexico, not silver. I think these are alpaca, but they're adorable. I collect boxes amongst everything else in my life. But look, they have little locks on the side. Stash some cute little earrings, some rings, pills, I don't know, whatever you need to put in there. But look, anyway, these are just a nice little break from the jewelry. Sometimes I do buy at Now's if you've not been here before. And these are just fun little fun things to mix it up just a little bit. And I do know that people have been asking me for more copper. Okay, I'm telling you, I'm bringing my own. I told you I'm unloading. So my copper bracelets that the vintage ones have not arrived yet because, you know, of course they're coming. They're literally coming from New Mexico. But guess where they are right now? Somehow they made it to Detroit. I don't know. I'm in Arizona, so you figure that out. Anyway, so this, God, I love these. These are for people who like the micro cuffs. They like to stack. This one is native. It is signed somewhere down here. Just look at this. It almost looks like rose gold. It's just, the simplicity is so beautiful to me, and I wore these two together. So that's my mojo there. But unfortunately, copper does turn me green or black. It does not do that to everyone, but the benefits sometimes outweigh the pros outweigh the cons sometimes. It's supposed to help with arthritis, tendonitis, bursitis, carpal tunnel, you name it. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think if you believe in whatever you believe in, mind over matter. So there we go. So these are absolutely stunning. Look how beautiful. Okay. I think they're beautiful. Am I talking a mile a minute? I kind of feel like it. Wow. Now, I know I don't have the most amount of people who love gold vermeil, which is gold on top of sterling silver. But from my gem dealer, who I love to buy the smaller little gemstone rings for you all at very affordable prices, high quality. I couldn't pass these up. These are genuine rubies. These are not enhanced. These are not lab. These are genuine flippin' rubies. No, they are not the best quality. Like, I wouldn't, you know, they're good quality, but they're not the best quality because they wouldn't be putting them in gold vermeil, okay? But I love that it's the infinity and how they pay attention that it goes around, and then they have the one on the inside, so when you're wearing it, you see it from all angles. Really, these are big hoops, absolutely stunning. These are new. These have never been worn. And I mix it up. I do wear gold. I know it never seems like it, but I do. I actually do. And if you wore these in your ears, nobody's going to say to you, hey, those aren't gold. Those are gold vermeil. I mean, I highly doubt that. And I don't have my black light, but these glow like the dickens. Anyway, beautiful. Look at that color of ruby. I thought they were stunning. And because of that, I did buy a bracelet just, you know, just in case someone does love it. So we've got the faceted ruby in the gold vermeil toggle. And this is a low profile. So if you're kind of klutzy like me, or, you know, you have like a normal, you know, 9-to-5 job and you can't wear, you know, big blah, 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 you know, more, I don't know, conservative, that's the word. You know, you still want to wear a little bit of prettiness or whatever, but it can't be like massive, you know, because you don't want to take away from clients and get them distracted or whatever it may be. This is absolutely stunning. What a way of explaining a bracelet. I love the low profile of it. You still have the beautiful ruby, gold vermeil, and it is a toggle, so it has 3 different sizes there. There we go. Okay. But I do know not everyone likes gold, so I was only able to, like, I can only buy what I can afford to buy for you all. So these are stunning. These were probably more expensive than the other two because these are a higher quality ruby. Okay, these are set in sterling silver, but these are a higher quality. These are absolutely stunning. I don't know if they're even showing, but these are like fire. I mean, unbelievable. Remember, these are all natural, not enhanced and not lab, genuine ruby. And so this is a big, to me, that's, I don't know what carat or half, who knows, but I think they're absolutely stunning. And here is the profile of them. They're beautiful. Absolutely stunning. There we go. Okay. So, and it's the same person that I bought this stuff from. Okay. So you'll see the difference. See the difference? These are both rubies. You can tell, you know, like this is beautiful, but this is stunning. You know what I'm saying? Okay, there we go. What else do we want to show? I'm not even sure. I showed the Yurman, I showed this, I showed that. Someone had, last week I had sold, what did I sell? It was this is man-made. It was called, oh my God, what are they called? Oh boy, butterfly opal, is that what it's called? Oh, I don't remember the name of it now. Please forgive me. Anyway, so I promised that I'd bring a couple more because I did buy a few pieces, and I bought a ring too. Because unlike a lot of other people, I am not gonna, excuse me, I'm just gonna say it, shit talk new jewelry. Some of it's crap, absolutely. Some of it's really ingenious and quite beautiful. And who am I? You know, I don't know how to make this stuff, so geez, you know. So I think it's beautiful. Now, I don't want 150 pieces of them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everything in moderation. Well, I try, you know. But this is absolutely stunning. So this is man-made opal. Okay, obviously, this is not real opal. Can you imagine? If that was a real opal, it's not a real opal. It is man-made, but it is stunning. I love it. I think it's beautiful. It really is. You know, and if you like art glass and any of that stuff, this is not art glass, but it's in the same vein. It's in the same type of thing. You know, you think one day, way back when, people were like, this is crap. This is crap. Well, this is like the new version. You know what I'm saying? Like this was like, whatever, 50, 60, 70 years old. And this is, you know, a month old. Anyway, don't get me off my high horse. Boom, boom, boom. Are you still here? I'm on a roll, aren't I? Anyway, so someone asked, a couple people asked, so I did bring a few pieces. I don't have a whole lot of it. Like I said, it's not very inexpensive, even though it's new and it's not real opal. It still costs quite a bit of money. So this to me looks the most fake, if you want to say. I don't know. I mean, obviously none of them are real, but I thought it was really, really, really brilliant how they have it almost like it's woven, like a mosaic. And I really love the setting of this one, using an old traditional type of setting. Look at that. Instead of the more, you know, ornate like this. Okay, so that's what we're doing about that. And hopefully you don't hate glass because you want to see an amazing piece. Now, this is not new. This is an older piece. This piece is about 20, 30 years old. Are you ready? You ready? This is stunning. And this is glass. But look at that glass. Now, I am not a glass connoisseur. I do not know. There is a technique, and this is a specific name. There are people on YouTube that know everything and anything about blah, 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 blah. I am not one of them, okay? I buy what I love. I know a lot about a lot of little things. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is beautiful. Nice, huge bale. So this can most certainly go on a torque if you'd like. It is heavy. It is a solid piece. And I couldn't pass that up. It is so beautiful. And if I was Tanya or Jen, I'd be like, oh, would that be a ring? But I think it's beautiful as a pendant. Okay. Whew. I'm so babbly. I would like to apologize, but someone once said I apologized too much and it annoyed them. And I guess my goal is not to annoy. So, okay. What else? Well, I've got all of this stuff. I know I've got trays and trays of stuff. I'm just not pulling it. I don't even really know. I have my amazing ring. This was mine. This was mine. This was one of those that I bought. They said it was my size. I wore it with other. It's not. But oh God, look. Gosh, this is gonna be a hard one to sell because this is fantastic. This is Zuni. It is hand signed back down in here. And it's, I don't know how they said this was a 6. It's not, but this, oh my God, this rain dancer is beautiful. This is, how big is this baby? This lovely beast is 2.5 inches. Look at the detail. And this is a vintage. This is not newly made. Absolutely beautiful. It'll be sad to part with it, but this, there's no way in heck I would get this sized. They would have to remove every single one of these. There's not going to happen unless you have a jeweler that has a plasma cutter, which my jewelers do not. My jewelers are very old school, like old school. Okay, so they do not have a plasma cutter. Yeah, so the size is what it is, and I can tell you what this size is. This is a, oh my God, it's almost an 8. It is 7 3/4. So, and because it's not round, it is oval. I mean, for all I know, it could easily, I'm going to say 7 3/4. I'm going to say it's not an 8, 7 3/4. That is most certainly not a 6 though, but beautiful. And the only way I was able to wear it is I put a silver band in front and a silver band behind it, but it's still rolled, you know, so one day I'll find one my size. So this will be available. Absolutely beautiful. Now, this one, if somebody is interested in pre-sale, you can email me on this because I know what I need to get. It doesn't need to go to auction. You know, and I'm okay. You know, sometimes I'm okay with doing that. So please let me know. Fantastic ring. Fantastic ring. Oh, and then I forgot to show you these. I have one on my wrist and I have one here. These are 2 different makers. This is beautiful. This looks very Yurman-esque, whatever you want to call it. This is solid, heavy, for a slightly larger wrist. Sterling silver and amethyst balls. Look at that. Too big for me, obviously. Okay, look at that. And then I have this one, which is for smaller wrists, which is onyx and sterling silver. And you can see the size difference. Like, there's a big size difference. But if it fits you, easiest bracelet to wear, super comfortable. And this is kind of a traditional, not traditional. To me, it's traditional because it's something like my mom. Now, my mom is super hip, mind you, okay? But she would wear a bunch of them. And, well, she would wear like an arm of them, So I think of like my mother type of thing, which if everyone could give my mom some prayers, I'd appreciate it. Anyway. Oh, I swore I was not going to cry. Okay. Anyway, it's a beautiful bracelet. Give me 1 second. I'm okay. Okay. I'm not going to cry about my mother right now. Okay, so, and then we've got this really great one that I'll just stick right back here. Okay, well, I babbled enough. I don't know if I've even shown you how much I've even shown you. But if you can see, I have a bunch here. And as always, I will have a ton more over here. So I will have antique, vintage. Oh my gosh. Do you want to see one of the most beautiful moonstones I personally have ever seen? This is all natural, not enhanced. When you see like a pink moonstone, a lot of times they're, injected with color. This is all natural. Look at that green, like the base part of it. Like if you try not to get the glow, it's like a celadon green. Really unbelievable piece, honestly. Not a huge ring, not like huge face-wise, but it is absolutely, I don't know if the camera's doing it justice. It is I've never seen one exactly like this. Beautiful ring. Figured I'd show that. I literally have, my friend made this, a friend of mine who makes jewelry, and I had to buy it. I do live in the desert, but you don't need to live in a desert to appreciate this. This is adjustable. Sterling silver cactus. Look at that. So it's adjustable, but this is adjustable for a smaller finger in general. So this can go from like a 4 to a, what size can this go to? A 4. Oh, well, I lied. I'm such a liar. Wow. 4 to a 9. I take it back. She did a great job. Okay, so this can go like 4 to possibly even a 10. Crazy. And I love it. Look how perfect and simple. Great, great ring. And like I said, you don't have to live in the desert to appreciate something like that. So, yeah, a little bit of everything. High quality. You want to see a gorgeous tiger's eye? Look at this. I don't know if it's going to show it. This is unbelievable. Do you see that chatoyancy in there? Oh, look at that. Do you see? I know the light is kind of, giving you issues with that a bit, but unbelievable. And, I used to poo-poo on tiger's eye, and I will shut my mouth now because when you find a gorgeous one, you can't deny that it's gorgeous. And I know brown's not everyone's color. I get it. But when it's a good one, it is a good one. And it has a really nice, look how much, this isn't a tiny sliver. Sometimes you'll see rings and like from the front, they're amazing. And you turn to the profile, and unless it's supposed to be a low profile on purpose, you know that they're doing the smallest sliver possible. This is not. This is a nice, chunky, good size stone there. Okay. Oh, real quick. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I can't stop. These are Navajo. These are Navajo handmade. And I love them because everyone's telling me not to buy such big, chunky, huge rings, but they still want a look. Look at these. These are not huge, chunky rings, but they're absolutely beautiful. All handmade. I think these are made in, where am I? In New Mexico. Gosh, I can't talk. New Mexico. Gorgeous. And look at that turquoise, still nubby and raw. Oh yeah. Okay, anyway, if you've made it this far, I really do appreciate it. Once again, this is Kirsten from Kierstenredresale. I so appreciate you watching. On your ways up, way out. Thumbs up, please. I greatly appreciate it. Share this video out. It really helps me. YouTube sends you all that information and they say, tell people to share your video. And I'm like, oh, I never do that. So if you could do, it takes a second, it's free. Please subscribe. And I hope to see everyone tomorrow. Please let me give you all hugs and love. Be well. You are all blessed. I'm thinking of each and every one of you. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah.